Last question for me. Who is the GOAT?
Oh, Michael Jordan, no question. Michael Jordan's the GOAT, no question. I mean, he's been there 6 times and he refused to lose 6 times. You know, when he put his mind to playing defense, he went out there and played defense. He don't take no days off. He didn't lack a day's go stuff each and every day. He went out there and he played for the fans, and he gave a damn about playing 82 games too. He didn't take off. Load management. Michael, Michael said, "I'm gonna bust your in practice, and then I'm gonna go out here and bust your in the game." Yeah, yeah. But that's the way we was, man. So no disrespect to LeBron, no disrespect, and out of sight, out of mind, Kobe Bryant. If I, to me, one and one A. One is Michael Jordan, one A is Kobe. Point blank. That's the way I see it.
Who is the GOAT? Oh, Michael Jordan. No question. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. No question. That was the answer, swift, decisive, without a hint of hesitation. And what makes it even more powerful is not just who said it, but where it came from. Tim Hardaway, an NBA legend, a warrior who laced up his sneakers, stepped onto the hardwood, and faced Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James head-to-head. He's not speaking from a couch, not reacting to YouTube highlights. He's speaking from scars, sweat, and the battles of the game itself. Hardaway didn't just call Jordan the GOAT. He laid out why. Jordan went to the finals 6 times and flat out refused to lose 6 for 6. That's not luck. That's blood-deep instinct. When Jordan put his mind to defense, he turned into a steel wall no superstar could break through. He didn't believe in rest days or load management. To him, every practice was a battlefield. Every game was life or death. I'm gonna bust you in practice, and then I'm gonna bust you in the game. Those weren't empty words, that was Jordan's oath. And then, Hardaway delivered the verdict. 1 is Michael Jordan. 1A is Kobe Bryant. Point blank. That statement doesn't just rank players, it reveals truth. Kobe, with all his talent and his ruthless hunger, was the closest replica to Jordan the world has ever seen. Even Jordan himself admitted, the only player who could beat me one-on-one is Kobe, because he steals all my moves. And where does that leave LeBron James? A great player, a statistical titan, a once-in-a-generation athlete, but not a killer. He never struck fear the way Jordan did. He never carried the cold, merciless eyes that Kobe did. And that's exactly what legends like Hardaway and Charles Barkley have pointed out. LeBron lacks the killer DNA, the essence that made MJ and Kobe immortal. Let that sink in. This isn't fan chatter. This isn't social media noise. These are the voices of men who lived it, who battled it, who know what it means to stand across from greatness. They understand the difference between a great talent and an eternal legend. Jordan never needed stats to prove himself. He was the definition of unbeatable. Kobe never needed the media to inflate his story. His legacy carved itself into the hearts of teammates and rivals alike. And when legends themselves say it clearly, MJ 1, Kobe 2, then LeBron, no matter how admired, still falls to 3, and that's where our journey begins. A truth the media dances around, but those who were there have already declared LeBron James is not on the same level as Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Jordan, the unshakable king. Michael Jordan was not just a basketball player, he was a phenomenon that transcended sports itself. When Jordan stepped onto the court, the entire atmosphere shifted, the crowd roared louder, opponents' hearts pounded heavier, and his teammates' eyes lit up because they knew that standing beside him meant standing with the immortal. Jordan went to the NBA Finals 6 times, and 6 times he seized the trophy, refusing to lose. A flawless 6-0. That record isn't just a number, it is a reflection of his very essence. Jordan wasn't someone who accepted failure at the highest stage. Losing was never an option. For him, defeat was a disgrace, something simply not allowed to exist. What set Jordan apart was his ruthlessness. He didn't just want to beat you, he wanted to crush you, to haunt you, to make you wake up at night still seeing that 23 tongue-wagging silhouette laughing as he buried a shot over your head. Many opponents have admitted this nightmare. Reggie Miller once said, "You think you have a chance, then Jordan shows up and erases it." Even on practice, Jordan never let up. He once punched Steve Kerr in training, not out of hatred, but because he demanded more, forcing Kerr and the Bulls to be fearless warriors. That relentless edge turned a talented team into an untouchable dynasty. Jordan was a rare kind of complete player. He was a 10-time scoring champion, but also the Defensive Player of the Year. Pause and reflect. How many players in history have been both the deadliest scorer and the most feared defender? Kobe was great. LeBron is extraordinary, but neither ever reached that perfect balance. Jordan carried something else, what people today call the killer instinct. But for him, it wasn't just a concept. It was blood and bone. He wanted to win in everything. Poker, golf, shooting contests, and of course, basketball. And in the NBA, that instinct made him a destroyer. From the shot over Craig Alo in 1989, to the 1997 flu game, to the final dagger over Utah in 1998, Jordan always stepped into the moment of truth and emerged victorious. Most importantly, Jordan understood his responsibility to the fans. He played 82 games whenever his health allowed no excuses, no load management. Tim Hardaway once said, "Michael would bust you in practice, and then bust you in the game." To Jordan, every game was a promise to the fans. They would witness greatness with their own eyes. That's why Jordan rises above all debate. He isn't just the greatest, he is the standard itself. In a world where everything changes, he is the immovable mountain, the eternal star. Jordan is, and will always be, the unshakable king, a figure whom even Kobe and LeBron could only look up to, but never truly Kobe, the worthy successor. If Michael Jordan is the immovable mountain no one can climb over, then Kobe Bryant is the one who climbed closest to its peak. He wasn't just a student, he was a mirror image of Jordan, almost perfect in reflection. From the fadeaway jumpers, the footwork, the pump fakes, down to the cold-blooded killer instinct in decisive moments, Kobe was as close to Jordan as anyone could ever be. Jordan himself once admitted, "The only player who could beat me one-on-one is Kobe Bryant, because he stole all my moves." That wasn't flattery. It was recognition from the very man who set the gold standard. Kobe had no shame in studying Jordan, and then he turned those lessons into his own arsenal. Unlike LeBron, who relies heavily on size, athleticism, and bulldozing power, Kobe chose the path of precision, discipline, and artistry. He woke up at 4 a.m., took thousands of shots in silence, his sweat dripping onto the hardwood like drops of blood. That relentless drive became known as the Mamba mentality, a mindset that demanded absolute commitment to excellence, no matter the cost. Kobe wasn't merely a copy. He was an innovator in the shadow of his predecessor. His 81-point masterpiece against Toronto, his 62 points in just 3 quarters against Dallas, and his countless clutch daggers at Staples Center, all of it proved that Kobe was no imitation, but a legend in his own right. What elevates Kobe above LeBron is that ruthless killer instinct. When the game was on the line, when the clock ticked down, when the entire world waited to see who would rise, Kobe never hid. He stepped forward, face like steel, eyes burning, releasing the shot that would crush an opponent's spirit. He didn't always make it, but the fact that he never backed down made him immortal in the eyes of millions. Many NBA legends themselves confirm this. Allen Iverson, who faced both Jordan and Kobe, said, "Kobe was the greatest player I ever competed against." Tracy McGrady admitted, "Kobe had it all: the skills, the mentality, the ruthlessness. LeBron doesn't have that." And then there was his farewell night in 2016. 60 points, at age 37. After all the injuries, all the wars, with the entire world watching. That wasn't just basketball, it was poetry. It was theater. It was immortality. As he walked off the court, with chants of "Kobe, Kobe, Kobe," echoing through Staples Center, the legend was sealed forever. If Jordan is the eternal king, then Kobe is the rightful heir to the throne. He never surpassed Jordan, but he reached a place no one else, not even LeBron James, has touched. Kobe's greatness wasn't born from a superhuman body. It was forged in willpower, in the endless refining of details, and in a heart that never, ever accepted defeat. Kobe is number 2 not because he was lacking, but because he chose to walk the path Jordan paved, and he traveled it further than anyone else dared to. That is why Kobe, not LeBron, stands right behind Jordan in the hierarchy of greatness. LeBron, great, but not on the same level. No one can deny that LeBron James is a towering figure in modern basketball. With his massive frame, breathtaking speed, and tank-like strength, LeBron has written a glorious chapter in NBA history. 4 championships, countless records, and 2 decades of dominance at the highest level. That is something almost no one has ever achieved. But it is precisely this greatness that creates the illusion that he belongs on the same throne as Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. The truth is, he does not. LeBron is great, but in a different way. He is the image of a superhuman player, a physical marvel who used his God-given body to overwhelm opponents. But basketball, especially at the level of the GOAT, is not defined by muscles or stat sheets alone. It is measured by spirit, by an uncompromising will to win, by the ability to carry the world on your shoulders when the decisive moment arrives. And in those moments, LeBron falls short of MJ and Kobe. How many times have we seen LeBron pass instead of shoot with the game on the line? How many times has he deferred the final shot, leaving it to someone else? There is nothing inherently wrong with that. LeBron is an incredibly smart player, always looking to make the right play, but that is exactly what strips him of the killer instinct, the cold-blooded edge that Jordan and Kobe turned into a signature. Jordan never shied away. Kobe never feared failure. But LeBron more than once flinched when destiny called his name. Many NBA legends have pointed this out. Charles Barkley once said, "Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan. LeBron is not. He's a superstar, but not a killer." Reggie Miller admitted, "If I need someone to take the last shot, I'm choosing Kobe, not LeBron." These words from legends who battled on the hardwood are the clearest testimony. LeBron never struck fear into the old guard the way Jordan and Kobe did. Remember this. Jordan went to the finals 6 times 6 championships, no losses. Kobe went 7 times 5 titles, always fighting with every ounce of himself. And LeBron, 10 trips, 6 defeats. How can one be called the GOAT when, in the most defining stage, he has stumbled more often than he has conquered? LeBron has built a monumental career. No question, he is King James of his era, but the crown of the GOAT, that still rests firmly on the head of Michael Jordan. And right behind him is Kobe Bryant, the heir to the killer spirit, the near-perfect replica. LeBron is third, an exalted position, yes, but never enough to sit in the same room as those two immortals. Because basketball is not just numbers, it is the story of heart, of willpower, and of a refusal to accept defeat under any circumstance. And by that measure, Jordan and Kobe remain two towering mountains, while LeBron can only look up from below. The climactic conclusion. The throne that never moves. There are moments in history that time itself cannot erase. Everest remains the highest peak on Earth. The sun still rises in the east, and Michael Jordan remains the immovable name on basketball's eternal throne. 6 times he walked into the final battle. 6 times he emerged a champion. No defeats, no excuses, no compromises. It wasn't just a record, it was a declaration. I was born to win. And if Jordan is the absolute summit, then Kobe Bryant is the blazing fire that rose from it. He didn't just study Jordan, he lived in his spirit. The cold-blooded fadeaway, the burning eyes, the unrelenting pride that refused to bow. Kobe may not have been the original, but he was the greatest replica the game has ever witnessed. Many legends have said, if anyone came closest to Jordan, it was Kobe. That truth cannot be denied. Kobe is number 2, the only one worthy to stand just behind MJ, inside the same temple of greatness. And LeBron James, he is a storm, a different kind of greatness. 20 years at the top, 4 championships, thousands of records. He is proof of endurance, of superhuman physicality, rarely seen in human history. But greatness is not the same as immortality. LeBron's greatness is a towering mountain. Yes, but it still looks up at the Himalayas, where Jordan and Kobe carved their names with blood, sweat, and an unbreakable spirit. Because when we talk about the GOAT, we don't just talk about trophies, we talk about the fear an opponent feels when they look into his eyes. We talk about the certainty that when the game is on the line, you know who will end it. With Jordan, there was never doubt. With Kobe, everyone trembled. With LeBron, as great as he is, there have been moments of hesitation, moments where he chose to pass instead of kill. Moments of failure on the grandest stage, and that is the line that can never be erased. Etch this into history. Jordan is immortal, the eternal one. Kobe is the closest replica, the rightful 2. LeBron, though legendary, remains 3. Jordan's throne will never be shaken. Kobe's flame will forever burn beside it. And LeBron, he will always be remembered, but as a different chapter, never the final one. And that is the truth that makes millions shiver. This order will never change.